Hi everyone, welcome to 5 Minute Videos Study for the NCE. Today we are under Counseling Skills and Interventions, and we are in letter E, establish or establishing therapeutic alliance. Um, Therapeutic alliance is the relationship between the therapist and the client. And in therapy, this is going to be the foundation for a successful treatment of the client. 50% of the outcomes is based on the therapeutic relationship, and what that just means simply is, does the client feel like the therapist can help the the client? Does the client have that sense of, will this person be able to help me? Now, there's different types of therapeutic alliance. There's a directive alliance. This is a alliance that is focused on taking an active role by providing instructions and feedback. So, this is like assigning homework. Does the client feel like they're in a position to where the alliance is strong enough where they can go out into their own world outside of therapy and can do that type of directive work? The other type of alliance is the non-directive alliance. Therapist takes a passive role and does not give direct advice or instructions, but instead it allows the client to explore their own solutions to the problems. And this is done through discussions and self-reflection. So this might sound a lot like Dr. Carl Rogers. And again, his idea was that people self-heal over time. They just need the right environment for that healing. So that's where that non-directive alliance comes in. The other type of alliance is the facilitative alliance. This is the type of alliance focused on exploring the client's feelings, thought, and emotions in order to facilitate personal growth. So, again, this facilitative alliance goes well with the humanistic approach of processing some of the emotions, and then from that process, making sense and having that healing happen through that process. The other type of alliance is a supportive alliance. This is where the therapist offers emotional support and comfort to the client while providing guidance as needed. So again, this is where the therapist kind of provides an environment that it's nurturing, but then also, helps with that processing. And then the final one, the fifth one, is the task oriented alliance. This is the alliance focused on helping the client attain specific goals or acquire new skills through practical activities. Again, this sounds very much like CBT, cognitive behavior theory, where you're providing different skills, you're providing different tools so that the client can then go and use those tools in order to better process some of their schema, some of their thought patterns. With therapeutic alliance, there are certain components, and it's really important to understand those components. A big component is mutual respect, looking at what we call professional boundaries, being supportive, being understanding, building trust. The second one is empathy, putting yourself in the client's shoes, looking at their perspective, and not just in simple terms, but in a multifaceted term, looking at different types of identities. Genuineness. So again, this sounds a lot like person-centered with Dr. Carl Rogers. Being authentic. Not necessarily putting on a show for the client, but uh, having the client understand that you're a human being just like them, that you're going through your own different types of issues. Safety, how safe does the client feel? And does that foster a sense of security, which again aligns with respect, also aligns with professional boundaries, privacy, confidentiality, as well as support. And then the last one, positive expectations. So providing that hope that things can get better for the client.